everyone. This is Mrs. Szal, the choir director, also the music theory teacher, and I am going to show you a website that you can use to help you learn your music theory that we will be using in class. If you go to www.musictheory.net, that is the website that we will be using during your music theory classes. Normally, music theory classes are only once a week during your choir class, so for 6th graders especially, if I see you twice a week, the first day is for choir, the second day is for music theory. You'll be having maybe 1 or 2 tests of music theory, and music theory is important because all of the theory that you're learning during my class, you will use in your music when you're singing in choir. You don't get as much music theory in 7th and 8th grade. You will still be learning some of it, but definitely in 6th grade to introduce it to you, get you used to seeing it and understanding music, and then that way when you're in 7th and 8th grade choir, it's much easier for you to read the music. So if you go to musictheory.net, you click on Lessons on the left top hand corner. These are all of the lessons that you will be learning in my music theory class. There are many here. And we will definitely not be learning all of these in 1 year. Okay, this goes very in depth, so you won't need to learn all these lessons in the first year. But what we're going to start on is the basics right here. If you click on the staff, clefs, and ledger lines, the lesson will pop up for you. This is the exact lesson that I would use in class. So if for some reason you were absent, or if you wanted to review the notes more after we've already learned it, this will be the place to go because this is the exact lesson that I'm teaching. So as you can see, highlighted down on the bottom is the introduction and kind of the step-by-step lessons for you. The bolded words are what you need to know the most. The bolded words are all vocab words. And so here it says the staff is the foundation upon which notes are drawn. So the word staff is an important word because we're always going to be talking about the musical staff, which is right up here. Okay, so you can click to the next one, or your arrows work just as well. Okay, so you can keep clicking down, and it's very interactive. When you watch the screen, it's gonna go through some different steps, maybe some notes, the keyboard, the staff, everything to help you learn the lesson. You keep going, it talks about clefs, treble clef, bass clef, the 2 clefs that you're going to be learning. Then, as you continue on through the lesson, you are going to start reading some notes. Now, on the left-hand side, if you ever see a speaker, this isn't just for this lesson, this could be for any lesson. If you see a speaker on the left-hand side, that means you can listen to something. So there it plays the first note, which is a G. You go to the next one, you could click on the speaker right here, and it plays an A, G or A. Okay? You go to the next one, the note on the line above A is B, so you click on B. You can continue this process whenever there is a speaker. If it's just a bullet point, there's no sound. You continue down for the rest of the lesson. Again, very interactive. You can keep moving on. Again, if there's a speaker, you can play it. If not, then there's no sound attached. And this is like I've said, this is exactly the lesson that I would be teaching in class. Obviously, to be in class is much better because I will give you some more hints, some more tips to remember all of these things. However, if for some reason you miss class, this is a pretty good substitute to use. Okay, so those are the lessons. And you can always click back and you can go on to the next one, note duration. Okay, same thing. Bolded words are important, they're the vocab words, and you just keep moving through the lesson. You can hit back. Okay, so these are all the lessons. However, there is one exercise or a game that I like to play in class, but you can also play it at home. Click on exercises up at the top of the screen here. Click on note identification, and here you will have some notes that you can identify. So what you can do is click this button up here on the right hand corner, and you can customize what you like. So for the clefs, my class knows both treble clef and bass clef. So I would click both. Okay? Then hit back. Treble range. That means in the treble clef, how low do you know your notes? You can go as low as you want. Or how high do you know your notes? You can go as high as you want. Okay? I usually stop my class on C and A. I think that's a good range. My students know what they're doing there. And you can change accidentals. You can turn it on or off. When I first start teaching music theory, I always have accidentals off. Accidentals mean sharps or flats. So if I saved it like this, then you see it's just C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. However, as we move on through the months of school, you will learn the sharps and flats, you will learn the accidentals, so then I will turn that on. And then that will change, that'll customize this, and that gives you some more options. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp. And then down here, C flat, D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, A flat, and B flat. Okay, so you can see all those. So you look at the note up here, you use our phrases that we do in class, like every good boy does fine. So this note, every good boy, B, starting with B. So over here is a sharp sign, so then you would hit B sharp, and there's the note for you. If you get it correct, the note will light up green and it'll play the note. However, if you hit the wrong note, it will turn red. As you can see here, this is a G flat. If I said G sharp instead, it just turns red and gives you another chance to try it. However, your score will go down because you got something wrong. Score is on the right-hand side up here. This note is G flat, so I'm going to hit the correct note. It'll play the note and it'll light up green. Okay. Sometimes I give homework assignments with this game. I ask that the students get 10 out of 10 in a row. So if you get 6 right and 1 wrong, then you need to start over back at number 1. And you have to get 10 notes in a row. If you do that, you let me know, and then I give you a 10 out of 10 for your homework that day. That's something that I could do. I don't do it very often, but it's an activity that I think is very helpful. This note identification is definitely on the music theory test. On every test that you get, I will be testing you on note identification. So this game is a great game to play so that when you look at notes, you can name them right off the bat. You don't have to spend too much time in your test thinking about what these notes are. Again, you can customize it up here, make it harder or easier for you, whatever you think that you're best at. But in my class, we will do both treble clef and bass clef, and you will be using the accidentals. Okay. When you're done with the game, you can hit back, and you're back to the exercises. Okay. We will get into the key signature identification, but that'll be a little while till the class learns the circle of fifths. Okay. So you hit back, you can go back to lessons, and you can continue on. Okay. So this is, again, musictheory.net. This is the website that I teach all my music theory lessons off of. And if you were to ever miss a lesson or need to review anything, this is the website that I'm going to send you to do some homework or to review some notes. Okay? I hope everybody has a great day, and thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. All right, bye-bye.